guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be having a conversation about money, because money is take that back, the love of money is the root of all evil. And Kimar and I were just sitting here having a conversation, just kind of vibing, and we started talking about like money and sending money down to Jamaica, or because he's from Jamaica, sending money to people in Jamaica, or even just like loaning money to people. Yes. And I don't know if I think some of the conversation we were on the same page, but maybe some other parts we might be in disagreements. I don't know, but we're going to have a conversation about it, and we're just going to get right into it.
The Bonnicks on the rise. The Bonnicks stay up on your TV. Turn up the volume and put it in a 3D. Yeah. Gather round, can you see me? Come make we have a good time and be free. Sing it again. The Bonnicks stay up on your TV. Turn up the volume and put it in a 3D. Gather round, can you see me? Come make we have a good time and be free. Me talk about everything where you go on, from personal life to politician. Full enjoyment, that we plan. We have to talk about food as a Jamaican. Yeah. The Bonnicks on the rise. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're a new viewer, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
And hold up. If you are a current viewer and you've been watching some of our videos and you haven't hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button also.
Like the videos, that helps to keep us in the algorithm.
And turn on your notifications so that you know when we drop a new video, because we've been reading the comments and some of you all are saying, hey, where have you guys been? We haven't seen any videos. And that's because you have to turn on your notifications so that when we drop a video, you'll get that notification that a new video has dropped from the Bonnicks. So Anyway, so Kimar and I were just kind of sitting here just really vibing, and the conversation kind of got interesting. We started talking about like money, and the love of money is the root of all evil, right? And some people just love money.
But you still have to have money.
You still gotta have money. I love money too,
money is almost everything, right?
But I'm not obsessed with it. I just needed to do the things that I want to do. But we were really just kind of having a conversation about like sending money to, I guess, because Kimar is from Jamaica, sending money to Jamaica, or, loaning people money and so forth and things like that. And it was kind of interesting because Kimar has really been on both sides of the fence. So you have a perspective from like being on the side where you need money,
yes,
and then being on the side where people are also asking you for money.
Yes.
So
as I said, baby, I've been on both sides. So growing up in Jamaica, you know what I mean? As you say, we would be less fortunate. See people over here, people leave from Jamaica, come over here. They make it seem as if it's easy, but it's not. It's not easy. As I said, when you're over there,
we make it look easy.
Yeah, over here people come back, it seems easy. So sometimes we would have asked people like even me. I remember I asked somebody for even a phone, you know what I mean, and I tell them that I want a specific phone, because sometimes when Jamaican begging, and they asking for money, they have their number, like they would say they asking you for $200 or $300.
Right, so you don't just call and say like, hey, you got something, you can give me, let me beg you something. You got a specific number in mind that you want when you already asked.
Yeah, sometimes they will beg you something, sometimes they got a specific number, you know what I mean?
Or a specific item, or like you said, even the phone. So what kind of phone were you asking for, if you remember?
I remember I asked for maybe some type of in them time the BlackBerry was the thing,
So you wanted a BlackBerry?
Yeah, a type of
what
BlackBerry.
yeah, me get a BlackBerry, but not the one that I needed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you know, them time that I was on that side of the fence, and I was feeling some type of way, you know. But me not really ask people for things that much, you know, Catania. But then again,
Yeah, you don't. You
yeah,
don't like
and
asking people for stuff.
yes. But now that I am on the other side in America, I see things a little bit differently. You know, I got to work hard and achieve things that I want. I got to build up myself. I think back. So when I look back at things, babe, I think back at home. People just rather ask you for things than work. You know what I mean? Like some of them can create. It's kind of hard back at home, you know. But I think they can create opportunities. And as I said, it's all come back down to us as a person. Some of them rather ask you. Some of us rather ask for handout than create opportunities.
Yeah, because I know, like, in some parts of Jamaica, it might be a little bit rougher. Like, just say, for instance, in Spanish Town, you know, it might be harder than it is even in the tourist areas. You would think, like, it's a little bit easier. And I'm just speaking as somebody who came down to Jamaica as a tourist. I don't really know because I haven't lived there.
Yes.
So I haven't lived, like, that reality from Jamaica. Not saying I haven't lived where I've needed stuff. And I see that somebody have it and maybe they could give it to me because I have, you know what I'm saying? There's been times where I've lived paycheck to paycheck, didn't know where my next meal was going to come from, you know. But just as a tourist, like kind of looking from, you know, the outside, I know it's, you know, rougher in some areas and you would think like the tourist areas are a little bit easy. And so I just think, you know, and I don't know if it's that easy to do, that sometimes you have to create opportunities. And that's even the thing about America, you know, like America is the land of opportunity. Opportunities are here, but they don't just fall into your lap. You got to create them.
Yeah, definitely. And Jamaica is different from America, you know. You know, when you're in Jamaica, sometimes things like maybe less opportunity and so forth, but you can create something and be something of yourself, and things is kind of different on both sides. Like when you're in Jamaica, if you have like kids or so forth, like most of the time my mom would leave me with a family member, with a relative or somebody in the community. You know, but over here, you know, you have to leave the kids at daycare.
Right.
So everything in America is like.
So even in Jamaica, you have like resources, you know, around you. You know, sometimes even if you need something, people can pool together to make it happen.
Jamaica is like a family, but over here is like each man for himself. Really, you know what I mean? It's definitely
like that.
Yes.
You even said something that I thought was interesting because I never even really looked at it like this. Like, how much it would take you, like if somebody calls and asks you for some money.
Yes.
And, well, I'm going to let you tell the story. Like how much it would take you to send that person that money.
All right, look how I look at it, you know what I mean? Even though I'm a kind person, I'm a giver, you know what I mean? But I look like if they really need it, because I know people are user and people will like, people will really try to use you when you're a giver, and I know my peoples.
Yep. Takers always gonna take, that's for sure.
Yes, but look how I look at it now. If you call and ask for, boom, you just call and ask for $100. Remember, you on the other side, you don't know what it takes to get $100 over here.
They ain't really care what it takes though.
No, they don't really care, but I know what it takes because I have to work. How long? For minimum wage, suppose you just work in like a minimum wage job. You have job that pay $10 an hour. Just skip that. You have job that pay $10 an hour over here, $15 an hour. Sometimes you don't even make $100 for the whole day.
For the whole day.
And how much hour you work for the day sometimes?
Right. So I work 9 hours a day. So
if you drop in $10 an hour.
And somebody asking me for $100. That's not even a full day's work that you asking me to send you.
So you have to work a full day, you know, and plus go over another day to make that $100, you know, to send to somebody. Because remember, you make $10 an hour and you work 9 hours a day.
Right.
And sometimes you send people that money. Sometimes they don't even really appreciate it. Like that. They don't know what the hell you have to go through.
Even on your job to get that little bit of money. Or taker's always going to take, right? And so I always say, like, desperate people do desperate things. So, like, if I'm feeling desperate and I really, you know, say it's my birthday.
Yes.
And I'm like, dang, it's my birthday. I want to buy me a little juice, a little cake, celebrate, you know, maybe buy like a bottle to kind of split with my friends or whatever.
Yes.
You know, it's like, I'm going to call you up and ask you, but I don't call you no other time. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So they'll call you like when it's your birthday or when it's their birthday, or if they need something or whatever, but they don't call you and just say, hey man, walk on, what's going on? How you doing?
My God.
You know?
Yes. And another thing, you know what I mean? Sometimes people, as I said, they think it's easy on this side. So they think you must take back things to like impress others or try to let others
that's the other
love
thing.
you, or I don't know. But if you don't have it, you cannot take it back.
But they think you have it.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people would say, I know a specific person, they would say, man, you need to pack a barrel and take a barrel and give away things in the community.
I want to talk about
you know what I mean?
Because we were talking about that. We'll get to that in a moment, though.
You know what I mean? The person would say, you should pack the barrel and take and give to
like just give stuff out in the community.
Because just so that people could look at you and maybe love you or respect you, or maybe
and
just
so like Kimar comes down. I didn't mean to keep cutting you off.
Or you could say what you was gonna say.
Well, like so they could look and say, you know, Kimar, every time he comes down, he always brings stuff and just give out to the community and
just so people love you. Or as I said, people think things is easy over this side. So look at it now. As I said, the same person that was telling me, man, you should pack the barrel, and each time I always explain to the person that it is not so easy. Things is not so easy. You know what I mean? And the person would act as if they believe, but they never really believe. They never really understand until they get a chance to come over here. So the person really get a chance to come on the other side and look at this.
They see it's not as easy.
The person can't even pack a barrel to send back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just saying, even if they can pack a barrel, it's not gonna really. They see that it's not so easy. You know what I mean?
You're gonna spend all your money. You're gonna spend all your money.
And they see that, Katanya. Sometimes the same people that you kill yourself for and you work so hard to pack the barrel for, it's the same people that turn against you in a split second, yo. So it's crazy, but you have to give though. A giver is a giver, and I love to give, you know, but
you have to give because, you know, when you give, it's given back to you tenfold. Yes. You know,
but you can't give away
press
your
down,
all.
shaking together, and running over. So I'm a giver.
1 minute. You can't give away your all for please.
To please people, no, and like I'm a giver, but I'm gonna give in my own way. I'm not gonna give in the way that you think I should give based on your perception of me. And I think some people kind of like misunderstand me sometimes in that sense. Like people will say, you know, like I won't do for people. So let's just say, for example, because one thing about me, like I don't loan people money. Like I'm going to give you what I have to give you that I'm not expecting it back. You know what I mean? Yes. So, and just because you ask me for $100 doesn't mean I'm going to give you the whole 100, because if every time you ask me for something and I just give it freely, you really think I have it. Yes. And sometimes even if I don't have it to give, you're going to think that I have it because I'm always just giving it. And sometimes I just don't say that I don't have it. Sometimes I just kind of rearrange some things because, you know, I try to budget our money. Like our money goes into the same account. So if somebody calls and asks me for something, it's not like, oh, it's just my money and boom, I could just give it to you. It's coming out of both of our account. But then on the flip side, I do have my own, like you have your own personal account and I have my own personal account as well. So I could take it from out of there, but I might be saving that for something. And I'm not going to take money out of my savings to give to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It depends. It just depends. I don't want to say I'm not going to ever do it, but it just depends. So I'm not going to give you something just because you're asking for it. And I might not give you all of what you're asking for. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But
so, sometimes I don't give people all of what they're asking for real too, baby. Because sometimes they ask for a high number, and sometimes as you said, if you just give it to them just like that, they will think that
they think you got it.
You got it, and
they don't know what it
comes
took for you to work for it.
To get it for real.
Yeah, and I don't really care about like people's perceptions of me and if they think I got it, because I do work hard. Mm-hmm. And I worked hard to get to this point, and I'm not obligated to do for you just because you have a need. And I don't say that to be like mean or anything, because as I said, I've been in situations where I've needed something from somebody. But looking back at that, I also know that because I was in that situation where I felt like I had a need and I felt like you had it to give to me, and it's like, oh, you just don't want to do anything for me. And so that's probably how people look at me or even us sometimes. And it's really not like that. It's just, as you said, you don't know what it takes for me to live. You know what I'm saying? Because even though, we might make a little bit more in America, our expenses are more too. So the cost of living is more. So it's not just like, oh, they got it. But, the thing about you is people see you, and me too, people see us, and people see, like, even for us, like, we travel, you have your own truck, maybe I have, a good job or whatever, where they think I make a lot of money. And I do. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't. But I'm just saying, like, people see what you have, but they don't know what it takes to, like, keep it up. And I feel like I worked hard to get to where I am, and I didn't, like, not saying I'm not going to help people, but I don't feel obligated to help people. And I don't feel guilty about it, because especially if somebody is like grown and able-bodied. It's one thing if...
But you see, in Jamaica, it's different. You see how people like feel obligated to help people back at home.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe because it's the difference with over here and in Jamaica.
The cultural difference of how we are and how we think in America.
But sometimes, you got to try to learn how to be kind of thick skin, you know what I mean, and get away from that, because they will take advantage of you, baby.
Yeah, people will take advantage of you because they know you have it, and if you just giving, and it's no requirements to give. Even like a good example is somebody I knew one time had borrowed some money from somebody, and I don't think it was a whole lot of money, but they made an agreement to pay this person back on a certain day. And then that person went on vacation, and the person that they owed the money to was kind of mad. Like, I can't believe you on vacation and you owe me money. And the person was looking at it like, yes, but I agreed to pay you back on a certain day. But I understood the person who loaned the money, because it's like, if I loan you money and we make an agreement for you to pay me back on this day, and then I see you on vacation, we made an agreement because that's when you told me you could pay me back. But now I see you on vacation, so I'm like, you got my money to give me back if you on vacation. Yeah. That's how I look at it, And I don't really, like I said, I don't loan people money. Like, if you ask me for something, I'm going to give you what I can afford to give you with the intention of not getting it back. Now, if you pay it back, that's a plus.
You ever loan somebody some money? 1 minute, Katanya. You ever loan somebody some money and they just act as if like you and them even talk in person, talk over the phone, and they just act as if you never loaned them that money.
They don't even bring it back up.
They don't even bring it back up. That ever happened to you? It was just
no, it don't happen to me, because I take that back, because I have had that happen. And the mistake that I made was not making an agreement as to when you were going to pay me back. And that's why I don't loan people money.
No, I'm saying for real. I make an agreement with somebody when
you made an agreement and then they just didn't pay you
they
back.
just act as if they.
Well, I mean, but now you know how to move forward with that person.
Ooh.
You know? And this was one thing, like, when
you know what I mean? Hold up, baby. I think people who does that is people that look at you and think you have money.
They think you have it, so they don't have you're
don't.
not in need of that money back.
Yes, for real. For real.
And like even one thing I had to kind of show you, even though like ultimately it's your decision, like if you send money back or you send stuff to people in Jamaica, I had to kind of like tell you, which you never really sent stuff to people. Nobody really asked you for anything.
Yeah, not a lot of people, and then my family them not really
right. Nobody never really asked you for
yes.
anything, but just I think in general and just kind of showing you how, like when you first came over and you know, teaching you about like credit and banking and all of that stuff. I think just in general, I was just kind of showing you like I know sometimes you might have people asking you for stuff. And you have to discern when you're going to give it and when you're not.
But babes, remember I am from Jamaica and my witness and see people would have opportunity and don't want to work and ask people overseas.
Because it's easier to just
for
ask
things,
for it because they know that you
for
have
things.
it.
And then again, when I am over here now on this side and not on that side, I see and I know people that have opportunities. They have opportunities. They don't even have to work. They could just go somewhere and run a joke with somebody. Just give somebody a good little joke and somebody laugh and just give them money. That's how it easy.
Oh my God.
Or something could fall.
Really?
The place I am talking about, it's easy. Something could fall from somebody. You could even just take it up and hand it to them and they give you some money.
From it, yeah.
That's to show you people have opportunity, and I witness people
Yeah.
try to ask me for something, you know what I mean? So I have to be like, man, like,
Yeah.
people really have opportunity and don't want to work. They rather ask you for stuffs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I was just going to say, like, you have to have discernment of when you're going to give somebody something and when you're not. But if you have the intention that you're going to do so much for people, and I'm not talking about like people who maybe have family back home that you're supporting, you know, because you do have some people that come over and they have a whole family back home that they need to support. That's different. I'm talking about like, you know, people asking you for stuff or feeling like every time you go down, you got to take something to people and you're not saving anything for yourself. You know, you're not saving anything for your own retirement. You're not, you know what I'm saying? You still have to build yourself up. You can't do so much for other people. To me, that's not really like giving. That's
as I said, remember the person that said I should take a barrel to the community. They get a chance to come up and they can know that they're on this side. They can't even take the barrel back to the community.
That's not even really giving. That's just people pleasing.
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the barrel because I do not understand the barrel, and I'm hoping. I wish we could have went live with this conversation so it could have been like engagement because I really want to hear what people have to say, and I hope you guys will drop some comments because maybe some of you can help me to understand. And I'm not saying this to be facetious or like I'm bougie or anything, but I really don't understand the concept of sending the barrel back home for things that you could get in Jamaica. I understand if, you know, like maybe clothes or something like that, like maybe it's a different quality of clothes over here or overseas or somewhere else that maybe you could only get like in Kingston or somewhere like that. I understand that part. And I understand, like I have a friend who's living in Jamaica, and when she went down, she sent a barrel down, but it was her own things. It was things that she already had that she was sending down, you know. So I understand that because you already have those things. You're not going to go to Jamaica and buy irons, toasters, you know, lamps, curtains, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You already have those things. Maybe you could take those down. But I'm talking about things like rice and flour, cornmeal, or whatever. Like maybe somebody can help
for
me.
some reason, Catania, they said it worked out cheaper.
I don't understand it because how is it cheaper? It might be cheaper
when you have
over
to ship
here.
the barrel and then pay to clear. But Katanya, when they do it like that, if it's down there and sell already for real, I heard that it's way cheaper.
It's cheaper?
And they send even the
So I'm
foods
hoping
too.
somebody could break it down because how
Is
it
it cheaper?
If
For
I gotta
real?
buy the stuff, then I gotta pay to send it down. Then when you get it on your end, you gotta pay for it to clear.
And I think they do the barrels by the weight.
I don't know. I don't know how they do the barrels.
For real.
I thought they look at like each item and
it's
charge
not
you for
because
each
the
item.
rice or the cornmeal or the groceries over here taste better. No, it's because it's cheaper. Because if they sell cornmeal in Jamaica and rice, as you said, why they gonna ship it over here?
Like, to me, it would just be better for me to send you the money and you could just go and buy those things from the store in Jamaica. I don't know. So maybe somebody in the comments can kind of explain, you know, how it works. Because in my logic, I'm thinking, like, so you guys know we live in North Carolina and we live on the border. So we're right on the border of North and South Carolina. And a lot of times gas is, not even a lot of times, most of the time, gas is cheaper in South Carolina. We were talking about this the other day too.
Yes.
Gas is cheaper in South Carolina. So you will have people that live all the way on the other side of Charlotte. So it might be a 30-minute, 40-minute drive for you to get over here to this side. And they will come all the way over here to get gas because gas might be 10 cents cheaper.
Yeah.
10 cents cheaper. So to me, I'm over here. I go to South Carolina all the time. So of course, I'm going to fill up my tank when I go to South Carolina. But it does not make sense to me for people all the way on that side of town to drive all the way over here. Because even if you're getting a full tank of gas, you really only saving $2 at the most. But it's going to take you them $2 to get back to your side. So that's how I look at the barrel. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't make sense for me to buy the stuff, for me to pay to send it down to you. And then, I don't even know, do you even have to send money for them to pick it up? Or do they have the money
And then
to pick it up?
they have to pay a car to go for the barrel.
Oh my
to
God,
take the
I didn't
barrel
even think
to
about
the
that.
house. Remember, they got to pay for transportation.
So you can't just take the stuff out the barrel? I mean, but then where you going to leave the barrel, right?
You got to pay for the transportation, a van to take the barrel to the house.
Oh my God.
So
I don't know. So maybe you guys can help me understand, because I really don't understand the concept of sending the barrel down. But I have seen people say, like, I'm sending the barrel down, but it doesn't make sense to me. You know, and I really do want to understand it. So I'm not being facetious or, you know, thinking I'm uppity and, you know, oh, she just doesn't understand because she's from America and Americans have money. I really don't understand. It's not that we have money. It doesn't make sense to me. So we were just kind of, you know, holding a vibe and having this conversation and thought we'd turn the camera on and just kind of share the conversation on camera and see what you guys think, you know, as well.
Yes, and something hit me back and shook me back down into memory lane.
Memory lane?
Yeah, man, you know, and to show you, as I said from in the first, I never really ask people for stuff, but I've been in situation that I ask, and to proving that I don't really like to take stuff from people or ask people stuff. My wife used to, and I was way younger back then, you know what I mean? My
When we
wife,
first met.
yes, but back then, you know, my people used to tell me that you don't use good people because when you use them, when it's time that you need them, you're not going to have them.
Right.
So I know good people, you know what I mean? But
you're not a person that will just ask people for stuff anyway. Because even like when I met you, it would be people that you had met. You know, tourists that, you know, you did tours at the Blue Hole that would say they want to send you stuff, or they even want to help you come to America, you know, and work in their wedding or work here and do this and do that. And, or they would say, you know, like they would send you something, or even me, I would say like, let me know if you need anything. And you always said, no, I don't need anything. I'm good.
Yes, I always tell you that I don't need anything. I am okay. Because as I said, you're a good person and I don't take from good person. A lot of young person like me in that situation, because I was just working my little job, remember? And you was over here. I wasn't looking at you like a feeding tree, you know what I mean?
Money machine.
Yeah, like a money machine.
Money.
You know what I mean? So as I said, most young people, if you ask them, Katani, do you need grocery or do you, they would just say yes and just take the money just to save it or just to party or just to do something. But if you ask me if I need grocery, I always be honest and tell you that no, you know that I'm okay.
I don't know if I would have been like that either. Like when I was younger.
If it was reversed, what would you do?
Because I'm not really a person that would ask people for stuff either. Even just kind of thinking back when I was younger. And like I said, it's been times where I live paycheck to paycheck. But I always just kind of had my plan, like I'm going to work and one day I'm going to reach to where I want to reach. And I just worked hard. So I don't know that I would have took something from somebody just because I'm not a taker, I don't think. You know, I would just
So if it was
it.
me and I said, but remember we was in a relationship and it was me and I was saying you was on the less fortunate side and I was saying, Katanya, do you need grocery this week and you know you don't need it, would you tell them that you need it?
I don't think so.
Well, Katanya, as I'm telling you, say, the world mess up. You have a lot of people from my place. As I know that
Will say, yeah, I need it.
Yeah,
because I don't just take just because somebody is giving something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you have people like that. You know, that just because they know something is free, technically, I'm not paying for it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna hog it up, and I'm just not like.
And then
that.
when you really need it, it's not going to be there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So it was a good conversation that we were having, and I think for the most part we were kind of on the same page.
Yes.
Because and I was surprised because even with you being from Jamaica and you knowing the need that some people have, I'm not even gonna say the need that people have because that's kind of grouping everybody. But some people really do have a need, and then some people just say, "Hey, Kimar got it." You know, him and his wife traveling. He got his own truck. They doing whatever, so he got it. But it was just an interesting conversation, and I think I was kind of surprised. And I shouldn't be because I know you and I know your mindset. But just coming from that environment and being able to see both sides of it, I thought it was kind of interesting.
I met someone from Jamaica. You know what I mean, and the person said they never know that I'm just chilling with the person and just telling the person sometime like something that I'm just a trying person. Sometimes I have problems here and there, but I just don't talk about it. The person said they never know that I have problems. They think that I'm rich.
Because you're not a person that show your stress or your problems.
Yeah.
Like you don't wear it. Even sometimes I have to know when to kind of just leave you when I know like something is on your mind, because you don't wear your stress. I think I wear my stress. People probably know when shit wrong with me, because I don't hide it. But I thought it was an interesting conversation, so I'm kind of interested to see like what the people are gonna say, what the viewers are gonna say, and maybe you guys can help me understand this barrel situation because I really don't. And
just help us understand the levity about overseas and in the Caribbean, you know what I mean? If you guys have overseas relative and Caribbean relative, and what's the difference? What you guys face? Do any of you guys loan money or send money back home?
How do you feel about that? Like if somebody asks you for something, are you always just feeling like obligated to give it, or
Yeah, so just let us know how you feel, guys, about that in the comment section. So we have come to the end of this video. So guys, don't forget to like the Bonnicks content and drop a comment and share the video. And the most important thing, guys, just hit the subscribe button.
Peace out. See you next time.
Bless up.